here's what I wasn't going to ask you. So are we announcing your retirement from Inside Wisconsin today, or how are we doing that? I wasn't going to use that wording.
I think since the podcast is going on, every once in a while I might be able to get on when there's something.
We want you to. So yes, that's a good point.
Things need proper perspective, because God knows if I leave you alone, history's going to die.
Shut up and sit down.
What's up, Wisconsin? Welcome back. The Inside Wisconsin podcast here on YouTube and wherever you listen to podcasts. Trevor Thomas, his name is John Anderson.
I was going to say, was the welcome back for me? Are you taking shots at me like this already? We've been on for 6 seconds, and all of a sudden, there it goes, right by right over the bow and just right past my ear.
Yeah, you've been missed, buddy. You've been missed, and you will be missed. A little bit of an announcement today that John Anderson, after damn near five years, J.A. Five years we've been doing this. Times have changed. The podcast industry has changed. This business has changed. And your time and availability is massively different than when we started this. Tell me more.
Yeah, well, there's not much to tell because I got an appointment going on in 20 minutes with everything. This show has always been a great joy. It's been a great diversion. It's been a great network time killer. And it was, I hate to say spare time, because then it makes it sound like it was a spare part and you're just doing that. But it was one of the great things I got to do with more of my free time, which is what I had when I kind of moved on at ESPN and got later. And now that free time is gone. Damn these students. They are just, they're ridiculous, like literally 11:09 last night. I'm like, dude, when do you go to bed? And then what's worse is I answer back.
Yeah.
Because I'm like up, or I get things from my other colleagues and they're like, why'd you send me this at 2:09? I'm like, because I was up at 2:09, right. But we had a staff meeting at 7. Right. And I made that too. So it's just due to network time constraints.
You haven't said that in a while.
Yeah, it's just hard to fit it in, and given your new position and what happens, and our day parts aren't exactly meeting as they should. And to borrow from the great Bill Pito, it's been a good run, Shug.
Yeah.
And here we are. And the best part is we can make this announcement together, and you are authorized at this time instead of just putting my business in the street.
I
know that was coming.
I would have bet $1 million that was going to come up in this conversation. 100% chance. I was going to ask you,
because usually I funnel all my important news through you. So this time it's great that this is going to come out and I'll be a part of it.
Yeah. So what John's talking about is the announcement that Inside Wisconsin not accidentally made, because what's weird about this is that John and I talked about it, and then it wasn't like I didn't use AI in your voice. It was you on the screen.
Yeah.
What surprised you was how much you were loved and how much your phone.
What surprised me is I didn't know that it was going to be posted that I was leaving ESPN, because I knew I was done, but I had not exactly chatted with the PR people at ESPN about all these other things, and then it just was there.
A little bit of a misunderstanding.
I stood there in the Texas relays and my phone blew up, and I'm like, What the hell is that? I was trying to go quietly into the night, and I realized I'd said these things to you, but I thought I would have talked to some people for it. What I didn't think was it would have sirens on it.
Yeah.
I believe there were sirens.
It was a bit of a miscommunication, but we didn't talk.
Right. It was very nice. A lot of people reached out. I felt very good about that, even if I didn't feel all that great about that. Wow, that wasn't how to go, but that's all right. This moment you can have.
Here's what I wasn't going to ask you. So are we announcing your retirement from Inside Wisconsin today, or how are we doing that? I wasn't going to use that wording.
I think since the podcast is going on, every once in a while I might be able to get on when there's something.
We want you to. So yes, that's a good point.
Things need proper perspective, because God knows if I leave you alone, history is going to die. Meaning before 1983, the world was dark and formless, right?
Yeah. That has been the running joke forever. So you just mentioned it. Let's make a quick programming note.
What's that?
Inside Wisconsin's podcast isn't going anywhere.
No.
It's just that it's going to look and feel a little bit different moving forward. Instead of 3 people on the screen, it'll be 2 for who knows how long.
Will
Who
Miss
knows?
America come on?
I can't wait to have her back.
Okay, good. That's what I want to know. Like, maybe I
Yeah.
could come back for that.
So that's what we thought today's show could be. A fun trip down memory lane, talking about some of the best times that John and I had. We started this thing together April 1st, 2021. And at one point, John recently said to me, Trev, this thing is a miracle. And a part of me went, no, it's a hell of a lot of work, but it's also a miracle in that Wisconsin caught wind of what we were doing and they loved it. I had somebody say to me the other day, JA, your podcast is national. Do you know that? And I was like, well, other than the announcement of John's retirement, I don't know how much national, but what he means was that people have picked up our stuff on a national level. And our whole mission has been Wisconsin. That's why you loved being a part of this, because it kept you connected to home.
Yeah, I think that we have cheeseheads everywhere. Honestly, as you know, I thought, gosh, what are we going to do after Barry Alvarez? We should have stopped there and rethought that. Like, wait, who do we get after Barry Alvarez? We should have said, maybe we should keep Barry in the back pocket for later in the thing. But yeah, my original, like, well, okay, what do we do in week 2 after Barry Alvarez?
Dick, Line, and Kugel.
Yeah, which is good too. Like, we like him. Like, but that's even odd. You were talking about national. How about international? Because now I'm at the Packer game in London, and there he is.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, how are you? We're great. I mean, he was wearing Viking stuff, but that, that's we all make mistakes. We make choices in our lives. Some of them are bad. But to get 130 some odd episodes, right? Would you honestly tell me the number again? Because I think it's literally the same number of episodes of Wipeout.
Well, between the episodes that we did of the podcast, plus some of a couple 2-tree pieces of, what do we call it? A slice of cheese.
Yeah.
I think it's 132.
Okay.
129, 130. I haven't gone back and counted all of them. I want to say, like, gosh, 2 or 3 ago, maybe it was Caleb Durbin was number 123. So yeah, between all the things, I think we're at like between 128 and 132. How many of us tell me what it was?
Wipeout was 130. So that's my limit.
Holy
After 130, I'm out.
That's crazy, man.
130.
I think it's right there. I will go back and do the math, and we'll post the actual number in this video, but that's wild. So, all right, man, let's just kind of.
I will say this: SportsCenter was like 4,000 and something, so we're not quite there. But most of my side hustles are 130, and then I got to get out.
This is by far the cheapest one you did. I can tell you that. All right, so 100. Let's call it 130 episodes.
Okay, perfect.
What were some of the favorite episodes that we did together? I know that there's some that come top of mind. There are some for me too, but what stood out to you?
Well, as always with any of these things, what stands out is the generousness of which people lend us their time, right? Those things are amazing, because how many times we go, we just need you for like 45 minutes. And we chatted with people for 45, and then that turned into an hour, and then we'd hang up or we'd quit, and then we chatted with another 30 minutes with people. Yeah. So people were generous with their time, especially early on when they're like, what is the Inside Wisconsin show? And we're like, well, that is an excellent question of what that could be, right? But I do like that we had some strange diversity of guests. Barry Alvarez was amazing. I can still see his helmet right here, by the way, in my office.
That's awesome.
Miss America was that was good. Obviously, I regret Lance Leipold being on the show, being pulled into that at the University of Kansas or whatever. People still laugh that he is in my phone when I show it to him, that it just says former Whitewater coach in my phone.
That's funny.
When it comes to that, there were just all kinds of goofy things. Pat Murphy we had on before. He really was kind of Pat Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
Before people got a good look at him. So I think you could probably point out, just pick one, and I'd go, this is what I liked about that episode. This is what I like. I asked the poor Aaron snowblower guy, like, you should put, what you should do is put stickers on that say dangerous, don't stick your hand into it. And he tells me they put all kinds of them on, apparently, just that people were willing to put up with some absurdness and silliness, especially from my point, which was, foolish, but I just, any of it. The only thing I regret, Trevor, is that we were unable to bring Milwaukee and Wisconsin a World Series championship, because I really thought we were gonna. I thought we had the karma and we had enough people behind us. We had built momentum that we would be responsible for bringing a World Series to Wisconsin. We fell short in that goal.
If there was one guest that John and I had on the list in the very beginning, it was Bob Uecker.
Yeah.
And somehow weirdly not fitting, because it doesn't matter that we were involved, but you and I got to tribute Bob Uecker during the time of this podcast.
Yeah.
That was a really, really special episode that we did. And look at all the people that we were able to tap into, from Jeff Levering to Brian Anderson to Bill Schroeder to Sophia Minert. The list goes on.
We did the whole Brewer thing except for Uke.
Yeah.
And the only other one we never successfully got due to time constraints was my boy Von Schnitz.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give you the Van Pelt all the way around, right? So the Eagles game happens because they're in Philly, and my daughter Katie, who just absolutely loves the Kelsey brothers, right? So she goes up there to see the game, right? So I call her and I said, "Hey, the Katie Bomber wants to come," right? So there she is.
Nice.
So they take this picture. Oh, by the way, this is when she said, "Dad, who is this guy that asked me to take a picture?"
Troy Aikman.
Yeah, she didn't know who Troy Aikman was. Yeah, so there she is with Kelsey having a grand old time. So Scotty's really good to her. Hey, anyway, he takes that picture and he says, "Don't worry, tell your dad I still owe him that podcast."
Hey, it's not too late, If you want to make sure
he hadn't forgotten us. He's like the rest of us. Schedules are tough, man. He's got 3 kids. He travels. He's everywhere. So that's the only other thing. The Von Schnitz, he showed us love. He just wasn't able to show us his day planner, but these things work,
Never say never.
Other than that, I think we were pretty good on people that we kind of wanted to get to, or people that were like, I mean, I think there were times where you and I both were like, on both sides. You'd bring a guest. I'm like, I don't know, is that going to work? And it'd be great. And then I'd go, what do you think of this guy? And you're like, I don't even know who that guy is. And then it worked, So I think that was also kind of the fun part too, was discovering new people that, like the deer hunting guy, like, come on, from the DNR, like, it's fabulous.
There's been a lot of change with a lot of the guests that we had on. That guy that you were just talking about actually retired. This was his last deer season. Or Miss America no longer has the crown. Chippewa Falls Leinenkugel Brewing, that's not even in operation anymore. I mean, there's so many of those stories of change. And I think one of the pieces of feedback that we've gotten during our time doing this together that I didn't see coming was that people loved the personal stories that we got to share, specifically John, Wisconsin.
Yeah, but that's just a vanity play. That's just me getting to talk about myself.
But they loved it.
That's crazy. But you always, you never know what these things are going to become. Okay. Like when we did Wipeout, John and I thought, okay, we'll sign out for what this is. And they thought they had this goofy, funny show that people would laugh at. And they didn't realize that they were going to stumble on this thing as such a family entity. And by the end of the first season, like, wait a minute, this is something that you can watch with your 5-year-old, your 12-year-old, or whomever, and people will universally laugh in some way. Sometimes the humor was a little more adult, and sometimes just the sheer absurdity of people falling in the mud. And I feel like that's kind of the same thing. Here's some ideas of what we thought we had, but you don't really know what the audience is going to be, right? We always joke, the audience is, if you know what a bubbler is, we're your people. And if you don't, the show's probably not for you. But I think it came to more than that, and I think hopefully we never forgot, and you, as you continue on, will never forget. The guest is the thing. That's the thing, I'm in with kids every day and we talk about interviewing. And I always say, remember, there's the reason that person you're interviewing is called the subject. Okay, because they're the subject and they're the most important thing. And so hopefully we never got too far away from that. And that my mom never discovered any of the John Wisconsins is probably a good deal. That she
didn't tell her
get there, and she doesn't really know that you can break into the Southwest Pool or some of the other things. That's probably for the best.
Partnership.
Maybe I've been living on borrowed time, and it's about time to go ahead and close up the tent,
Yeah,
take it down.
the partnerships are what made this last, and they'll be what continue to make the podcast last. And when we went out and had the conversations with the partners that people see rotating in the bottom left-hand
Yeah.
corner of your screen, the play wasn't, hey, here's a great spot for you to advertise, but instead it was a belief. The unity and community and positivity and joy of being able to tell Wisconsin stories, that's what they bought into. When we had no viewers, no listeners, no views, no nothing, they jumped on board. And times have changed. It's been 5 years. We were, John, I don't know if you realize, we were the only ones doing this when we first started. Radio stations weren't broadcasting their streams. They weren't snipping up their interviews. TV stations were barely doing this. We were first here in Wisconsin, and we're not alone anymore. And that's okay.
Well, I was going to say the partnerships isn't just like you tend to think, oh, John and Trevor's partnership. The partnership are the people that were there, whether it was Miller. Does this mean I can tell other beer stories now?
No, you cannot.
Okay,
Nope.
never mind. But Miller was generous to us, and Platteville for all those years, so that they could sponsor your idiot choices on Thanksgiving for cheesy potatoes and green bean casserole and all the horror.
They'll never leave us.
Oh no, and Quick Trip, and just there were all those people. Luckily, some of them are still spinning.
Yeah.
Those are the folks that allowed any of this to happen.
Mhm.
It's that's no secret right now with anybody, right? Like, hey, you either have money or you don't have money.
Right.
We're fortunate enough that we get to make this step away on our own choice at this point, as opposed to people saying, yeah, go ahead and do it on your own. We're all leaving. So that stuff's, those people made it all really happen. And then it doesn't happen if there's nobody in there and listening, right? It doesn't do any good to just shout at the clouds.
Yeah, millions and millions of views, tens of millions of impressions over the last 4.5, almost 5 years. And again, the pod is still continuing.
Is there anything that overwhelmingly rated that you just went, wow, that people watched that program or this little snippet of something? I think don't you have vast amounts of data
Sure.
at your fingertips?
Yeah, but I've been cutting up clips and posting shows for almost 5 years. The things that I cut up that I think are going to go viral, damn, that's cool. People are going to love that. Don't do jack shit.
Mm-hmm.
Then the thing that I put out that was like, hey, you know what? I wonder if people would be interested that John's retiring. Boom. Holy crap. That literally put me to bed for 2 days.
Weren't you stunned? Wait, now that I think about it, weren't you stunned with some response to the Mizzou Kansas game?
Yeah. Yeah.
That ate up your phone or something. We shut down your phone battery.
Yeah, I didn't see, somebody clipped part of that show and posted it there in Missouri, and I was like, John, like, now that was payback. I get it.
Yeah.
I'll never forget the first time my phone blew up. It was Matt Kenseth. We were at our campground spot up in Door County, and we had just posted Matt Kenseth that we were going to be chatting with him, who had been out of the limelight for some time.
Mm-hmm.
We posted it. Their team shared it, and it was ding, 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 ding. It was nuts. And I love that. That was also, though, not something I planned on. We didn't do it for that purpose. We didn't do this to go viral and be all whatever. It was just to share stories. And I think that part is my favorite part of this. It's the storytelling. We ask questions that nobody, when I got done chatting with Caleb Durbin, that was one of the most recent episodes where we couldn't get on your calendar, right? After the episode, I said to him, hey man, I can't thank you enough for doing this. It's really cool. We try hard to make this different. And he goes, this is what the players are looking for.
Mm-hmm.
It's the conversations where we get to talk about ourselves and our stories and what matters to us. Not, hey man, how are you going to not go over 3 next time you play a game at my locker when I'm half dressed?
Yeah.
And I think
that's part of it too, right? Like that happens, the daily grind of that. You serve that audience. There are people want to know that, but it helps to have different outlets where people can show that they're more than just 0 for 3.
That's the difference. We've given them, and we'll continue to give them, an outlet to share their story, because that's why we did this, to share their personal story. Can I tell a story real quick that I don't know if I've told on the pod? So when I called John and said, hey, I've got an idea, this is what I'm looking to do, John said, I don't know if I'm allowed to do it or not. I have to
Yeah,
obviously talk to ESPN. But yeah, this is really cool. Let's do this. And so by the end of 2020, I think I spent something like 3/4 of our savings, our rainy day fund, to build the
mhm.
first studio for Inside Wisconsin and buy all the stuff. And I still didn't have you secured. That was the scariest time. Like I still didn't have the okay from ESPN that
Right.
said you were going to be able to do this. And yet I was going. And so when I tell the story of leap of faith, that's what I meant. I mean, within 6 months of us starting this podcast, I was able to quit my job, and I've been doing this full time
That's
ever
the part
since.
that frightened me, by the way.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, you weren't too cool with that.
Well, I'm like, "Okay, well, I should stick around for a while. I don't wanna just run off now. That would be bad." You
We
know?
both moved a couple times. I'm sitting
I
in
only moved once. You're the one that has to keep moving because you get the neighbors all pissed off at you.
yeah, one neighbor. I moved, yeah. I moved for personal reasons the first time
Okay.
and personal reasons the second time, but we're in our forever home now. But the studio that I'm in right now is actually the one, two, three, it's the fourth studio in the time we've been doing this 4.5 years. And it's moving into the WNFL studio.
Nice.
So here in the next few weeks, this studio is being taken down, and this studio will be put up in WNFL. The business is still at my house. It will always be forever at my house. We'll have an operating studio in the basement to do some other fun stuff. And what you don't see behind the scenes, and John, you've been in the studio, there's a bunch of soundboards that we made by hand to make all this go, and the lights and all my bobbleheads and stuff. And meanwhile, your set behind you is just, I mean, it's Mr. Pretzel,
Yeah, but
Mr.
he's
Salty.
as you know, he's really important to me,
Very important to
right?
you.
Isn't that odd that that guy is still there, right? Like, we're never like, I'm 60 and I still have the Mr. Salty doll from when I'm 18. Right? Like, I don't know. Then there's Butchie and I, that's always good. The Mount Rushmore, we got a lot of stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
I had to take down my little corner of the world when I left Connecticut, and now I've just been here and there. Although I'm trying to think of places I've done the pod from, right? Hotel rooms in a lot of different places that were,
think about that. Washington,
so
London, Missouri. You were in Connecticut.
Oregon, Texas. There have been a lot of places where I've.
I
Yeah.
recorded one of the
A
pods with you
a
literally in the
lot
middle
of
of the night.
sacrifices. Meanwhile, Trevor, he's always in the studio. It's amazing.
I've done it from a hotel room too.
Yep, that's all
We
right. The people should know that, yeah, your schedule becomes my schedule, and just wherever it is that I can be and whatever I
I
don't
may
think we have
be
any other great knickknacks here either, do we?
well, you've sent me some. I've got a pair of Zuba pants that I will never forget.
Yeah, well, that's the all-timer that I ran
The
across those
all-timer. I have a
messages.
parking ticket from ESPN. I feel like that's in here
We
someplace.
should have that, yep.
Yeah. And John, I got to talk to some of my childhood heroes doing this podcast with you, and that will continue because of what we did together.
Like
I
who? Like, who was I'm trying to think,
well, listen, Barry Alvarez. So remember the first podcast you and I did. We lined up Barry Alvarez, and what people don't know is that we actually did the practice podcast with John Leinenkugel or Dick Leinenkugel.
yeah,
So the first podcast we ever did was Dick Leinenkugel.
yeah,
Then we record Barry Alvarez, and we
yeah.
launched that. And by the way, that put us on the map because we were the only ones with audio and video that said he was going to hang him up.
That's right, we did have that, didn't we? We kinda got to we just asked him the right question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that wasn't the purpose of getting him on the air by any means. But I'm pulling open all the podcasts that I have on my Apple podcast, right? And by the way, we have nearly 100 ratings and we're at 4.7. So we pissed a couple people off, but other than that, 5 stars, baby. So according to this, minus all the Deeper Roots episode, it is right around that 130 mark. If it's 130, I'm going to go back and count. If that's eerie if it is. Okay, so when we finish with Barry Alvarez.
Honestly, just don't make it 129 because I now I got to come back for one or this one counts. One of the two. I don't know.
That's funny. After we got done recording Barry Alvarez, and he first off, whoops, you didn't tell me that I wasn't supposed to call him the Godfather to his face.
That was
So
tough. Yeah.
thanks for that. We hung up with Barry Alvarez, and I sat back in my chair, and you said, "Just breathe, take a breath."
Yeah.
Bonnie Blair. I
She was
mean,
fun.
when we reached out to her and told her what we were doing, and she called my cell phone, I was like, "Is this real life?" And it's never lost on me that we got to talk to some of these amazing, amazing people. Red Foreman from that '70s show.
Yeah.
He was unbelievable, and yet so many of these people that are on this list, whether it's Ron Wolf or Dan Aarons. I mean, I'm just going down the list here. Dave Craig. I hung tree stands with Dave Craig.
That's right.
What
Yeah,
the
that was
hell?
another one that our boy Dave called from Little Milton. He was from Tiny Milton College that no longer exists.
I've gotten to know Brian Anderson from the Brewers. Jeff Levering is a friend.
Yeah.
We talked to JT over at the Colts at Chris McIntosh before everybody hated him. Um, that and
Fickle before everybody hated him.
Yeah, we got Fickle. Oh, I did that one from the Kalahari in the Dells. There you go.
All right. Okay,
Middle
good.
of but
Hey,
here's
sorry
my
we kept you off a water slide.
Yeah, thanks. You're welcome. Gorman Thomas. I mean, the list goes on. Here's the craziest part. If I have the contact information for any of these people, cell phone, email,
Right.
office assistant, all of them take my call.
Mm-hmm.
All of them. Because of the introduction that either I made for you or you made for me or we made together in terms of the show. Dick Bennett. I mean, Dick Bennett had to get his wife out of the shower to see how to work the technical side. I mean, it was dumb. Just
and then when he jumped in that one time, we couldn't get poor Dick couldn't get him off the podcast.
We could not.
Dick just kept talking.
And
bless
Matt Kenseth talked to us for 45 minutes after the show and just wanted to have a Miller Lite.
Just wanted to have a light, and literally wanted to talk about whatever bull ring dirt track in your area that he do, right? That's universal with those guys. It's amazing. I'm convinced all NASCAR drivers love NASCAR only because it pays the bills, and given their choice, they would be in a midget car with a big wing and racing on just a mud dirt track in nowhere middle America. All of them.
Yeah. And then there's one that really stands out, and it was probably the coolest episode that we did. We talked to Bob Harlan about his legacy at the Green Bay Packers in the Lambeau Field atrium. We did it together. I remember sitting there next to you. Bob Harlan's in front of me in the atrium that, for lack of better terms, he built with the retired Packers numbers behind him. And you had asked a question and Bob was answering. And I just looked up and went, how in the hell did we go from, hey, here's an idea to this? And it was incredible. And that's now the expectation of this podcast. When people see a podcast come up every other Thursday, they expect to be chatting with someone that they recognize or maybe just got to know, and yet it's going to be a personal story that they connect with.
Well, long as it, now that I think about it too, you got to subtract one less because I was an actual guest on the podcast, which didn't seem right.
That was also
I think maybe whatever number that is. But yeah, there were a lot of those. And I admit there were times I chuckled, right? Because you would get kind of big-eyed and I'm like, we're good. Because it's not that I don't have those in my life after 37, 38 years in the business and doing some of those things, right? One of my favorite, I've saved a text message and I was in Los Angeles, and this was when we thought Grand Slam track was going to be wonderful before it ran into its, cratering financially. But I have a text that, and you got the name pops up and it says, I'll meet you in the lobby. We'll walk over together. And it's from Carl Lewis. And I'm just like, Carl Lewis has just texted me, wait in the lobby. We'll walk over together. Like, that's impossible, right? There's certain things in my life that are impossible. Every once in a while I show some, like with kids, we were talking about hosting and how to do stuff live. Right. And so every once in a while I have to kind of flex because I haven't been on TV in a while. They probably think I was at the Normandy landing. And so I popped up one, and it's the segment I did during NBA Finals, and it's me and it's Dwayne Wade and LeBron James, right? And all of a sudden you're like, you get their attention again. They're like, okay, wait, maybe I should listen to this Yahoo. Apparently he has done some things. But even that one to me, again, because those guys are contemporaries. I'm older than them. I watched them come up. That's a different dynamic than watching Carl Lewis as a kid, And now Carl was only a little older than me, but I was in the heart of loving track, and there he was. So there are certain things like that happen, right? Like I look at Gorman Thomas different than when we talked to Ricky Weeks, right? That's just different. when I do the Homer Hour, he always makes fun of me because he's like, so you're telling me whoever wins the world championship, that team will not mean as much to you as the 82 Brewers. And I'm like, they will not. Right? That's just, they will not. They'll be great. I will remember them, but I didn't grow up on them. Now I'm 60. I'm not, 15, 16, 17. Like that. No, that's a different group. Those guys will always hold an exalted status, right? So I don't care who's catching fly balls and hitting home runs. They won't ever be Gorman Thomas, even if they have a fantastic barbecue sauce.
We couldn't get him to shut up either.
It's not the same. He was great. South Carolina's finest. So that just happens, right? So we run into those, and I think that's always been fun too. And I think that's part of what in doing this was to be okay to show a little that we had those fandoms, that we want the Brewers to win, that it was, all those things. So, as often as, yes, you're a professional environment and you want to contain that and show that when you're interviewing people, I think it's okay to show that these are people that impact you and your love of sports in way, shape, or form, or in a lot of cases, your love for Wisconsin, period, right? It's not just the sports figures that came through.
Statriotism, man. I did send you a brick from the Sears.
Yes.
Did that make the trip?
I do have the brick from Sears. I have a brick from Gallagher Iba Arena. I have several bricks from different things. But like that's the thing. I tell people all the time, yes, that's my story, but it's not uncommon. Everybody's got those, right? Right? Some people go from Johnson Crick to WNFL, right? When I was a kid, all I ever listened to in the morning was WNFL. I still think it's great. I can't believe somehow that New York and the league has not pried those call letters away from somebody, right? That's one of the great mysteries in the world. You guys, you could pay for everybody's salary for 100 years, my guess is, from what you could leverage out of the NFL. But I think that's the beauty of all of this is that, Miss America, who's got a story, because she's going to, you can tell me how to power a nuclear submarine, like all those things, that when you talk about Leinenkugels, right? And that they all, before they took over the company, were Marines, right? Like everybody's got a story. My story is just that because of what I did in life, got some profile, but it's really no different than anybody else who's got those stories.
'Tis the season to be jolly, Wisconsin. It is the holidays, and here come all the cookies and all the food and all of the opportunities to go to all of these holiday gatherings, bring a dish to pass, and of course, bring your beverage of choice. For me, it's Miller Lite. We grab the cooler, we throw the cans of Miller Lite in there, and when the Miller Lite is gone, that's our clue to hit the road, Jack, in a safe manner. So this holiday season, whether you're headed to the family gathering or off to the office party, stay responsible, Wisconsin. Bring some Miller Lite along with you and enjoy beer that tastes like beer. The best holiday beers are the ones you don't expect. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/inside Wisconsin to find options near you. 'Tis Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. Happy holidays, Wisconsin. I just love telling the stories of Wisconsin, and sometimes I'm the butt of the joke. Always. I'm always the butt of the joke.
So it makes a good host, I think.
Farmers, brewers, hunters, packers, badgers, cheeseheads, neighbors. No matter what name we go by, we are bound together by our roots. These are the people, the stories, and the statriotism from inside Wisconsin. Welcome to Deeper Roots with Blaine's Farm and Fleet. We are at Stella and Chewy's Pets, Dogs Galore with Marie Moody, the founder of Stella and Chewy's.
People in general say that with a raw diet, the skin improves. It's like very good if you have like skin issues, if the dog has allergies, the coat gets better, the breath gets better, the energy level gets better.
Can a human eat this?
We did consumer research at one point. We found there was a subset of people. So we had a subset of bodybuilders that were using the carnivore crunch as, because it's just pure protein.
I just don't want you to keep saying that because these guys behind the camera are going to make me do it.
Okay, well, how about this? This is a wild weenie. This is a very popular treat. You want to try one?
I don't know.
You should. I think you
You have an
could.
open-
Here's an open one.
I'm not gonna like any of it. I'm not a dog. All right, I'm gonna try this.
He's an office dog that gets a lot of attention, as you
Max,
can
I
imagine.
gotta be honest, your breath is it's
Not true. Not true, right, Max? Come here, Max. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
you
it's
are
in there.
eating it.
It's in.
You
It's
like
in.
it? You like it? Think your hair's growing?
Is it? Oh, look at this. Oh god. This is dog food. What I won't do for this show.
You want to try something else?
Nope, I'm good. Christy Dantuma, lasagna love. You seeing that there's a lot of differences in lasagna?
Oh, absolutely.
So we're gonna make one together. So what's first?
We need to make our cheese mixture. First, get out the cottage cheese. I've got 2 things there
You
for
do.
you. Now I'd like you to put about half of that in here. Do your best.
I'm doing my best.
There you go.
Oh, that's
You
all
put
of it.
the whole
okay.
thing in.
Okay. This is why there will never be a cooking show inside Wisconsin.
Got some Italian seasoning. You measure this with your heart. A little bit of onion powder, a little bit of garlic
Ready to
powder.
eat. Parsley.
Now give that a nice mix.
Do you fold it in like it's
If you would like to fold, you may fold.
what do you do?
I just mixed the crap out of it.
Okay. Mixing the crap out of it. Okay, we're mixed.
Oh, it's not mixed at all.
You're full of it.
The bottom is completely, no, this is wrong.
Don't forget the love part.
Yes, the love part.
Okay.
We sprinkle the love in. You get 3 noodles. You're gonna put the noodles down on the bottom. Throw a couple of schlops down there.
What were they?
Schlops.
Schlops.
Careful.
You said schlop.
All right, that's enough sloop.
Oh, sorry. Oh wait, are there layers?
There's layers.
Oh, can I have that other spoon back? I am not doing a good job of the
So
slopping.
much, so much sloop. Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
All right. Okay. How many of these schlops?
We're gonna do 2.5. You measure it with your heart, and then
Well,
you
clearly
use
I
the-
have too much heart. Weird how you're not letting me do it this time. Might have lost your trust. All right, cheese time.
cheese time.
Mozzarella.
Mozzarella.
A decent amount, I assume.
A decent amount.
Like a
Oh,
decent-
I measure cheese with my heart, so that's perfect.
Thank you.
So I have some provolone here for you. If you would like to make a design,
It was supposed to look like Wisconsin. It doesn't.
it's not bad.
It's not
don't,
good.
Don't throw it on there. Make it, arrange it nicely.
It looks like a ghost.
I was gonna make a little LL for lasagna love.
Oh, look at that. That does look really pretty. Our lasagna love is done.
It looks pretty good.
One looks much more loving than the other. Corey Kaiser, Wisconsin Clothing Company. Do you watch the Inside Wisconsin show? Have you seen it?
I have. Yep, I have.
So every episode we do a top 5 list. We ask each other questions, come up with our favorite top 5 this, top
Sure.
5 that. I try to get John to fail at a quiz. He doesn't, ever. I got a little quiz. We'll see how big of a patriot you are.
Okay.
Here's a top 5 questions for Corey Kaiser. What year was Wisconsin founded?
I'm trying to think of the drinking, out drinking your state since 18. Oh my gosh, I might not know it. 1878?
Ooh, close. 30 years off.
30?
1840.
48, there we go.
Here's another one. This is kind of a twofer. Do you know the name of the statue on top of the Capitol in Madison?
No clue.
Forward.
Forward, oh, that makes sense.
Do you know where she's pointing?
Up?
Ish. DC. Washington, DC.
Oh, wow, I never knew
Corey.
that.
What
I might
year-
fail this test.
You might, actually. What year did the Brewers start?
Oh my gosh, you're history buffing me right now. No clue.
Good. 1970.
I'm trying, I promise.
Okay, question 4. Only 2 left, I promise. Spell Oconomowoc.
OCONOMO. Where am I? OCONOMOWOC.
Killed it.
There we go.
Nice.
Yep.
Got it.
I got one.
And this is more of a jab at Minnesota than anything, but any idea how many lakes are in Wisconsin?
Over 10,000.
Definitely over 10,000. Eat your heart out, Minnesota. 15,074 lakes.
Okay.
Do you see that on our license plate? No. No. America's Dairyland.
Yeah, we're actually doing a shirt that says all it is we have more lakes than Minnesota. It's literally the shirt.
Maybe just put on here like 15,000 plus. or-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm 1 for 5. That's great.
I think that's a fail.
No, I
but
failed.
Honestly, you probably did better in this quiz than I do on some of my own stuff on my own show. Another episode of Deeper Roots brings us to the Duck Inn in Delavan, Wisconsin. Jeff Carbash is the owner. Jeff, I think we both met our wives here. Maybe we should start there. My wife worked here through college. I've been coming here for over 20 years.
I would say it was probably her second day maybe, or her third day, was probably December 5th of 2002. And we were sitting back there at a table, and at the end of the training night, we role play with the servers. We're testing her, and my wife stopped in. And she called me up to the waitress station and she sort of whispered, she goes, I just got back from the doctor, we're gonna have the baby tomorrow. So December 6, 2002, my first daughter was born.
Wow.
So that's why I'll always remember your wife in training.
There's something else that you do very unique here, and it is blue cheese stuffed olives for old fashions. Amanda has taught our boys how to pull the pimento out and stuff blue cheese with a spoon.
We had a customer that was coming in, and this is one of the things that's great about the supper club industry. And he saw us painfully, we had this little blue cheese stuffer where you pack the cheese in and you hold the olive and you shoot it down. And he saw this and he developed a piece of equipment for us out of a caulk gun. He made a stainless steel cylinder, a screw-on cap, and a plunger, and you put your cheese in this, and then you just squirt the cheese out and you go from olive to olive.
Hey, I'm holding the phone up to the mic for the podcast. You'd be disappointed to hear that they have a new way of stuffing blue cheese stuffed olives.
No.
Yeah, they use a caulk gun now.
That's crap.
Gotta be honest, I didn't have sitting in a barn with Wisconsin basketball icon Marcus Landry, but here we are. Marcus, thanks for having us out.
Bueller Family Homestead. This is Big Wilt. We use him to drive the kids, show them in open shows. Actually, this year we'll be showing at Wisconsin State Fair, Jefferson County, and Walworth County.
Brushing the side?
Yeah, we're just gonna brush with the grain, with the way that his hair is going.
Horses shed a lot, huh?
We actually just shed this guy not too long ago. Michaela, can you get the step?
You're gonna put me on him while he's tied up.
Yeah, he ain't going nowhere.
What are the rules?
The rules is when you get up there, sit down, hold your abs in, and just sit up straight. I'll be the first to show you. How about that? Boom, right there. Going right over here with the leg. Hopping right up there like this. You'll scoot forward. Just hold his hair.
I have done some crazy stuff on this show. I think this is the first time I've been on a horse. Is that fair? So now, grab the mane.
Yep, grab the mane.
Bust my.
Yep, throw that right leg over the top. There you go.
Big boy.
Oh yeah.
Okay, here I am.
Yeah, scoot forward a little bit.
Scoot forward.
There you go, right there.
Oh.
And you're good to go.
You know how I know I weigh more than you do?
How's that?
Because he's groaning. So, now what?
Hop off when you're ready.
That way.
Yep. This way, right onto the thing there, and we'll make sure you return home to your wife safe and sound.
Well, I'm not off of it yet. Okay.
There you go.
Robbie Wadle, Wadle's Hamburger Stand. How do you get the burger to be the same every time?
It involves a lot of grease, basically a homemade spatula, a hot griddle,
109-year-old
Yep.
griddle helps.
and a lot of practice.
Am I going to fit in the shack?
You might have to measure you first.
Let's go in there. I'm nervous. I literally grew up in this town. I've never stepped foot in there. It's almost like sacrilegious, frankly. All right, Robbie, let's do this. Wow, okay. Oh my gosh, I've never been in here. It's so amazing. May I man the station?
Sure.
Coming in.
Get
Watch
your
your
bun.
head. Okay. See, I hit my head right away. All right, so I remember, you gotta get them first. And you use this.
Yep.
You grabbed two. So I'm gonna attempt, oh my gosh. I can't even get this on the, okay, Robbie.
I can help you.
No. All right, I got
that
it.
one's small.
All right, you good? We all right? You don't like that one?
I don't like that one.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Difficult. Training is difficult. All right, you gotta wipe it in the grease. Push down and push. Oh my God. I am not getting hired anytime soon. How'd I do? No, I mean,
Hey,
don't
not bad.
answer that.
Hey, stop.
Okay, stop it.
That's
Moving forward.
Yep.
I'm colorblind, Robbie. Why don't you just tell me when they're ready?
You can probably flip them.
Okay, you want a cheeseburger? Yes or no? Move that camera up and down or, yeah? Cheeseburger, got it, okay.
Cheeseburger?
All right, got it. Boop. This is the part that I'm gonna fail. I'm grabbing this.
There you go.
Is that it? Are those done?
Let the cheese melt a
Okay.
little more. I know. Can't rush perfection.
Yeah, you can't. Best burger around, that is for sure. How about this? I'll try a single. A bit.
Pull it away. Yep.
That's a hot puppy if you don't get that right.
Tilt it that way.
That way.
Try
That's
some
the one.
onions. There you go. See? You're hired.
We are with the Rock Aqua Jays. Tim Cullen, he's the president. Dave Raisin, he's the guy that puts the whole thing together that we'll see on the water later.
A lot of these communities have local ski teams. They're looking to increase their membership. They're wanting to spend time on increasing individual skill level and teaching and mentoring them. I don't see a downside to it.
I'm about to show you the downside.
Okay.
We're gonna get into a boat and prove that not everybody can do what these guys do. Tim, it's time to teach me how to ski for the first time in 25 years.
Are you ready for this?
Ready, sure, yeah.
Okay, he's in. Yep, clear. And then it's gonna happen pretty quickly. Have you bend your knees. We're gonna take it up nice and slow. There you go. Perfect. Perfect, just like that. Okay, bend the knees up into you. Here we go. And we're taking off. Look at that. Hang on, easy. Perfect. Perfect. Let your arms out a little bit. Now you can wave. He's a natural. He's got it first time. Arms are tired. I bet. Yeah, hang on for the waves now. Bend the knees again. There you go. Absorb that. Nice. Hey, hey. Are you ready to join the ski team now? Nope. Nope, not yet. Next summer. Wave to them. Good.
Chris Sokup and Baumgartner's Limburger sandwich. Do I dare ask about that?
I think you might as well ask about it because you're going to eat one, I would imagine, while you're here today, which is going to be an exciting first-time experience for you.
It's over here. This is the Limburger cheese sandwich.
It does need to come over here,
it
though.
will.
You got to bring it this way. Just eat it.
Put mustard on it first, trust me, he says. When I smell things like this and then you say, oh, put mustard on it and put it in your mouth. My head's going, I don't think that's a good idea.
Oh, you're going to love it. We sell literally hundreds of them every
Will
week.
you just let me get this over with? Okay.
When we were off camera, he also told me that he despises raw onions.
Oh my God. It's so good. Come to Baumgartner's. You won't regret it. Oh, I gotta get this down the hatch, I think.
Here's some beer.
I will give you this. Whoa. It smells worse than it tastes.
Mm-hmm.
If that's an acquired taste, I hope to never acquire it.
You're gonna have another one, aren't you?
Now that I'm like past it, I wonder if it's gonna get any better.
More mustard, though. You still need
more
mustard on it.
Am I gonna regret the second bite, or is this when the...
No, you've already probably acquired the taste by now.
Oh, there's a lot of cheese in that one.
I gotta admit, I'm impressed that you went back for more. The way you talked before you tried it and after you tried it.
Too much cheese in that one. I'm not gonna throw up, but it's not. There's way too much cheese in that one. Okay, I went back in for more. Not a good idea. Do I need a hairnet?
Yeah.
Even though I don't have any hair. Definitely protecting the Jordans, I can tell you that one.
I've never dropped a lasagna though, so I'm very thankful about that. Probably happen now.
Please don't. Please, I will pick it up and eat it. I don't care.
Is that your girlfriend?
No. Whoopsies. Gotta play the duck machine. Winner every time, right? Get to play until I get one. And the big duck's not gonna come out. Okay. Not so good at the duck game. You sell more rubber ducks than roasted ducks.
You know, I think we probably do.
Hey, you gotta go back in there.
Oh, they got out?
Yo. Okay. Okay. Okay.
First time ever catching a chicken?
I had backyard chickens.
Yeah, you know what to do.
I'm winded though.
It's a long way down for us.
All right. How many burgers do you have a day?
I would say on average you could do one a day.
If I owned a thing like this, Robbie, I would be 8 times the size of you. That was a success.
How was it for you?
It was good. Once I got up, I don't remember from being a kid how hard it was to hold on. Look at that, I'm shaking. And I've come to the conclusion that it's because I'm a lot heavier. Harder to hold this up than it was
The physics of it all.
when I was 19 years old. I'm glad I did that. I am apologetic to my wife for whatever's gonna come out of that later. But I smelled it when I ate it that time. All right, are we good? No, why don't you ask me if I'm good? I mean, nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Talk to you later. Bye.